Hello, brother. Rick Arnold. Hey, it's your birthday, so happy birthday. You're about 33 years old, but who's counting? You could be like a woman and stay 29 years old forever, and nobody's gonna care. But some people might. But I really want to talk about how old I am. I don't know if you feel old yourself, but I was just thinking to myself about how I've already gone through my third decade, or I almost did. You know, this like next week I will be 30 years old. So I kind of want to talk about this, about growing up like Peter Pan, or he didn't really want to, and like I'm thinking about the 3 decades that I went through already, and I'm trying to compare each decade with the other decade, and I'm trying to ask myself, was I able to accomplish everything that I want during the last 10 years, or what about the 10 years before that, or my first 10 years? And it's really hard to say, and I start to feel old, like even the way that I look right now. I look a little fat, and I know that kind of goes up and down, like a girl, but not to sound too offensive, but the truth hurts and you can't handle the truth. But I just feel like I just haven't done enough in my life. I haven't been able to do the things that I really wanted to do, and I feel like totally sad and feel totally old, and because I know a lot of people around my age who have gotten married, and they have families, and they started careers, and they're able to do a lot of things. I know for me, you could argue and say the same thing, that I was able to start a career in another country. Go from America and go to Vietnam in 2012 and stay here for 2 years and counting. And I guess that's pretty good, and you could talk about some of the other things that I've done. But it's still kind of hard to get older, and we tend to forget who we are as we get older, and we start to um, like hurt ourselves, or hit ourselves. How do I say, like abuse ourselves? So we become too hard on ourselves, and it's a little devastating. It's a little too devastating when we get to the point where we're like nothing really matters anymore. Like maybe if you're like a really successful person, you got a lot of money, then you get to the point where it's like you have nothing to do anymore. You have no other dream to to accomplish, to get to. You're at the top of the ladder and you can't go any higher. Like Michael Jordan, for example, he would get an NBA title, he would win it all, he'd be number one, and then he would have to find something to awaken himself again, and to get himself to fight, because we all know that it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. That's what he says, and you have to find a way to motivate yourself, to inspire yourself, to really continue to fight for what is right, and to continue to do that as much as possible. And it's really hard, but then again, as we get older, we learn to appreciate the things that matter most in life. You know that in life, you got 4 stages, 4 levels that we all gotta go through. We start out in the first level of living life. Number 1, live life. Number 2, love life. You gotta love life. You gotta appreciate what you got before it's too late and it's gone. Like Tiffany Cumbo, Blake Webb, different people that died, or different things that you may have and don't have anymore, and it's gone, forever gone. And when it's gone, you feel like a goner, and it's devastating. It's horrible. But then, as we see that pattern, we tend to cast it faster. We tend to see it when it comes, and to appreciate those moments, and to be in the moment as much as possible. When those good things happen, when we run into those special kind of people, we tend to love it more. And we should know how to be the kind of people that we want in our lives, to other people. How do I say, the golden rule, do to others as you want them to do to you. That's what I'm trying to say. And you gotta do it. We gotta do it, but it's really hard to do it. But, we live in our lives, and we're all in the first level if we're alive and not just existing. But number one, we live life. And number two, we gotta love life. And some people do it. And number three, we gotta love love. We gotta love the fundamentals, the eternal principles of how we are to live, the guidelines that we see in the Bible and copy it into other places as well. And we gotta try to follow those things, follow the commandments, follow the rules, and really be the best kind of people we should be. And as boring as that might sound, or as redundant or common sense as that might sound, it's still very important, because we still don't totally do it, and we may feel that we all know what we gotta do. But the question now is, why don't we do it? Why don't we do what we should do? We already know what we gotta do. Why don't we do what we should do? We don't do it, and we lose ourselves because we just don't really know what we're doing. Like, what the hell are we doing? We lose ourselves, and it's so devastating and so sad. But we gotta get back to the fundamentals on life and really love love. And number four, we gotta live love. And we gotta be the heroes. From zero, we gotta rise up to hero by the strength and the blood of Christ. And we really gotta do that. We gotta be heroes. But only a few of us will ever get to step number four in our lives, the final step in our lives. Like, can you really do it? Can you really get up there? But we don't really do it enough. We don't really want to be heroes. We want to be zero. We want to be invisible. We want to lay low in life. We want to relax, and chill, and we don't want to worry about all those things, and so we never get to that point. And yet, the ones that do are the people that become leaders, and they inspire others for generations to come. And so I say that's the kind of things that I want to do, and I try my best to do those kinds of things. And I believe that my family has a little bit of a legacy towards those kinds of things to some extent. But then again, every family could say that. And that's okay, because we all can be extraordinary in our own special kind of way. So it's good. So in other words, good luck. And anyways, take care. And I didn't want to take too much of your time, but I'll be back, like on Schwarzenegger. Oh man, I'm gonna make another movie. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. Okay. You know that I got a lot to say, but I just feel old. But I'm still gonna think about it. Think about my 3 decades, and try to compare them and stuff. Analyze this, analyze that. And I'm gonna try my best. So, anyways, don't get too Jurassic Park? No, don't get too Jurassic Park on me. No, no. I just want to say, don't get too distracted by all the words I'm saying. But if you're interested and you don't understand, you can watch this again. Anyways, happy birthday to you, and take care of what you got. And take care of Texas, if you're still watching this. And I really liked the post you wrote about, back when I was a kid, I walked 5,000 miles to school every day barefooted. That's what they would say like about 50 or 100 years ago. But back when you were a kid, you didn't exactly do that. But I really like what you wrote on Facebook recently, on your birthday. Today is your birthday. It's the 5th of February. And you wrote about how people used to play in the dirt, and that means they would get exposed to germs, and then their body can build an immunity to those things when you're younger, and that's good because then your body becomes stronger when it gets older and less strong to adapt to the environment. It's better to be exposed to it when you're younger, and people used to do that more often. So now we have germaphobes, the people that are scared of germs and diseases, and they try to keep their kids away from all those problems, and you should let the kids see the problems to some extent. It's still a controlled environment, and the parents are like scientists. You don't let them get exposed to everything, but you gotta limit it. But it's the real world, and they need to be introduced to the real world as much as possible, step by step, gradually, and that's good. It's all good in the hood. And so, back when I was a kid, we played in the dirt, and we used to, we have these like phones on the wall, a 6-foot long cord, and we only had like 2 TV stations, or maybe just a few, and sometimes we had to move the antenna to get the reception better, because this was before the digital TV world, where Obama said, hey, we're gonna get digital TV for everybody in America. Oh great, yeah, you have to buy a converter box. Oh yeah, that's great. But before that, yeah, cartoons were only on Saturday morning, and we did a lot of things outside. We did sports, and I started to play basketball when I was about 8 years old. And every once in a while we'd play video games, and we'd go to WizBank, and we'd rent the video games and the console itself, the machine, and we'd play through some games like all day for a few days, like Donkey Kong Country, Mario, Time Machine, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time, the Turtles in Time, around 1992. That was like more than 20 years ago, and we'd rent movies every once in a while, like Back and Future, and Robin Hood, and the Cliffhanger, or who was that guy, Rambo, and there's a lot of movies that we would rent, and a lot of video games, and we would go through the spurts of doing that, like doing it every once in a while. We would do it, but then we'd go back to the real world, and back then there was like no internet, or not a lot of it, not as much of it as it is now, and so it's like back then we were like more hands-on with the real world. Now we're more hands-on the computer and less hands-on the world, the other world. Even though, the computer is technically part of the world because it's in the world and comes from the world, and it's still part of the world, but it's not part of the same world, a world of more physical activity and more natural things, in a way, because like when you're by a computer and with your love of your life, Mr. Computer or Miss Computer, it becomes a little toxic. You be inside a little too long, staring at a screen too long. You start to look like me, man. Oh man, what's happening? Oh man. Even though I kind of look young, and it's possible that I don't actually look 30 years old, but still, these things can destroy you. These technological things can destroy you, and I know that it's kind of doing that to me to some extent, and we gotta get a hold of ourselves, and so we gotta do something. I don't know exactly. Go to another country, move to another country. Check. I already did that. So what else can I do? Only buy things that are organic. I don't know. Are things organic in Vietnam? I don't know. Oh geez. But hey, do what you want and do what you can. Take care of your loved ones, okay? So I'm gonna go and try to get some plastic surgery. You have a nice day. Goodbye.